guys, welcome back to our country house. Last time we were saying that it was the last summery weekend of the season. We filmed a bit more on that final warm day. So let's start there before colder weather arrives, and let's head to the nearby forest to get something interesting. Earlier today we went for a run through this forest, me and Tommy, and we saw so many parasol mushrooms. So I am back because I want to pick some of them, or maybe a bigger amount because we saw so many. Oh my god, there are so many flies here. So look at this group of 3, and yeah, they look so pretty, very nice. So, oh my god, this should be fast. I should be fast because of the flies, because they are not pleasant. So, yeah, but wow, I love it. So pretty. Parasol mushrooms are these little umbrellas. I was reading that the word is from French parasol, but also in Slovak there is this secondary term for an umbrella, parasol. So yeah, and they really resemble little umbrellas, or sometimes big umbrellas. Look at this. So if it was raining, I would be partially covered. Wow, I can't believe there are so many flies. These are not mosquitoes, just some very annoying flies, and they always are quite like they want to die in your eyes. I don't get it, but that's the reality. So yeah, but the parasol mushrooms are awesome. Look at this, the mushrooms are really everywhere here, and it's a nice task to pick these ones because they are so big, and that's why it goes fast. Look, another big group. Wow, I can't from this. Amazing. I absolutely love it. So cool. I still can't believe it. Look at this. It's so crazy. There are so many of them. I am in a shock. I think I have never seen something like this before. They are everywhere. The forest is full of parasol mushrooms. I'm only taking the upper parts of the mushrooms because the stems are quite hard, chewy, and this is almost full. I can't believe it. I'm glad I'm leaving. The flies are very annoying. Maybe they are guarding the mushrooms, or they are some general guardians of the forest. But my basket is totally full. I spent like 10 minutes here. This went so fast. And wow, I have no words. In the Czech Republic, it's popular to prepare these ones as a schnitzel. I don't know if you know that. It's popular in Vienna, but also in the Czech Republic and Slovakia you make schnitzels very often. So you can make a fake schnitzel out of this. They would be breaded and then fried in oil. And yeah, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm planning to dehydrate these ones and maybe use them as a mushroom spice or something later. I could powder them. At least that is what I was reading on the internet. I have never done that yet, so we'll see. We are preparing the parasol mushrooms for dehydration. I don't wash them because it would be like a sponge and we don't want that. So I just slightly brush little dirts off, but they are quite clean, very clean, I would say. And then I cut them into smaller pieces, like this, for example. And Tommy usually places them here, gills up. These are gills, these thingies. So yeah, and it goes quite fast. So we like that, of course. Here is a remnant of a stem, so I always break that out, or what's the correct word for that?
Last one.
Yay! Guys, this was carefully calculated. Look, the basket is empty and it looks like all 10 grids of the dehydrator will be full. This one I see almost full, but that is considered full, right?
Yeah, 99% capacity.
I am sitting here next to our autumn crocuses. These ones are very rich, very full flowered, or what's the name? And that's the sign that autumn is coming. I think they are also called naked ladies or something. Yeah. And I remember some of you guys commenting that they grow in your area in huge amounts and it always looks very pretty. So I can imagine it looks very nice. Naked, probably because there are no leaves. These autumn crocuses have leaves in spring normally, big leaves. That's so interesting. But flowers show up in autumn without leaves. So that's cool.
And they grow in our area as well, but this seems to be some man-made variety. Mm-hmm. The regular ones are much simpler.
Oh yeah, I remember them here in the surroundings.
In the fields, yeah, next to a forest.
Yeah, on a meadow next to a forest, yes, but the simple ones. We have those ones as well, so I will show you right now. Let's go! They are far there in the back of the garden.
So let's see you there in 2 minutes. 2 minutes later.
Here we are. Look at the amount of tomatoes. So we are in this section of the garden and here are the normal autumn crocuses. So these ones grow in the surroundings, in the wilderness. Yeah. And they are so pretty. Mm-hmm. I really like them. Even though they are here in the grass, but we like to keep it natural and to me it looks more fairy tale-like this way.
Too bad they don't last very long.
Yeah, yes, they are over quite quickly. Similar to normal crocuses in spring, those ones are always also very quick. Guys, it got so much colder and mainly wetter. This September we got almost 4 times more than normal precipitation for September. So it's rainy, it's very cold, now 10 degrees Celsius, and we need to pick our pumpkins, even though not all of them are ripe yet. These ones are, so that's nice. There is risk of frost in the forecast. The pumpkin season this year is not looking good. Here we have Hokkaido pumpkins and they stayed really small.
Yeah.
What is this? So that's a shame because we can store pumpkins almost for the whole year, and then we eat them in winter. Oh my god, this one has been bitten. So
Bitten is an understatement.
so yeah. So wolves are here as well, feasting on them. I see this one too. Oh my god. Wow.
So out of 3 we have 1?
Yes. So bad. Look at this.
Wow, beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait for the dinner.
Wow. Yeah, this year everything is against the pumpkins. The elements, the pests, everything. Here is a small one. I don't know if this is worth picking. So small.
You can keep it here.
Yes, I will keep it here. And these big ones are the Halloween pumpkins. We call them Mexican pumpkins for some reason.
Yeah, but I think this year we will not call them Halloween pumpkins, but the dinner pumpkins.
Okay.
Because we don't have much choice.
Yes, yes. So at least those ones are growing nicely, but they are not the tastiest pumpkins. They are a bit blender than other ones.
Battery.
And the stem is so hard, I'm not able to cut it.
So we won't eat them either?
Wow. What is this? Maybe I need to like break it or something.
Wow. I guess they are not fully ripe yet.
But look, they are big. So these ones, for some reason, grew nicely.
It's interesting that we have 5 big ones out of 1 plant. And then there were 3 plants of these, and we have basically one piece, one pumpkin. It's crazy.
Here is one. Ta-da! Okay, so this is a disaster.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's a disaster.
And we got some from our neighbors and from my mom. So we will have some pumpkins. These butternut squashes look very fresh. You can see that the plants are still growing. They have new growths everywhere. They are flowering a lot. And they have a lot of fruits developing, but it's very late. So we will have to harvest at least those which are farthest, because it looks like none of them are fully ripe yet. But some of them are close, and they should finish ripening indoors, somewhere safe. Even like regular orange pumpkins, when you harvest them green, sometimes they turn orange like 1 month later or 2 months later in the house. So I found some here which are close to being fully ripe. So I will start with those. I don't want to destroy the plants yet, just in case it doesn't freeze, and they will continue growing. So the others would have also a chance. I just touched it and it stayed in my hand. So.
Okay, so this one wanted to be harvested.
Yeah, but we usually want a bigger
stem.
Yeah, because in case it starts going bad, you can remove it or something. Yeah. And we will clean them as well. It's wet today, which is not very good, because we need to keep them dry, actually. So we will probably need to dry them off by hand, using a cloth or something.
It seems like this is the worst weather for picking pumpkins.
Ever.
But it has to be done today, sadly.
Normally we would keep them in the sun to dry off and to finish ripening, but there's no sun in sight, so we'll have to get creative.
Okay, so in the end we have this amount. There are quite a lot of butternut squashes, but we'll see what happens with them. We picked them prematurely, but that's life. So all of this is because we are leaving for a week and there is risk of frosts during the week. And I don't know, maybe it won't happen, but we better pick them and we will at least have something, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm quite hopeful. They look good. And last year we said that the butternut squashes were our favorite anyway, so it's good that we have a lot of them. I see like 20 here.
Yes.
And there are some more still ripening here behind us. So if they don't freeze, we'll have even more.
If they don't freeze. Yeah. But we are not sure if all of them will get ripe normally, if it will be all okay. So we'll see. And we were saying that it's interesting that the voles only like the Hokkaido pumpkins. Yeah. They know that you can eat the peel. When you cook them and bake them, you don't have to peel them. The peel gets soft and you eat it. So they know everything. These ones, all of them are untouched.
So all of us get something. That's not so bad.
Okay.
Our favorites are still waiting for us to eat.
And I also picked one Peripan squash that was waiting there.
Quite a big one.
Yeah, but compared to last year, this harvest is definitely worse. And the season was too short, the summer was too cold, so that's why. And it's a shame that we have to end the season now, because they would still be going. But the frosts always destroy everything. Pumpkins can't withstand frost at all.
But everything combined together, to me, it looks like we'll have more than enough for the winter.
Okay. So I'm clinging onto these words and we'll see in winter. There is always the possibility to cover the pumpkins maybe with an unwoven fabric, but we are not trusting it anymore based to our experience in this spring. So better here, not completely ripe pumpkins, and yeah, we were reading that they should get ripe, so we'll see. These things also can survive frosts, so I was picking peppers. There are some nice red ones as well there, yeah. So that, eggplants, and here I started picking tomatoes, but all of them have big cracks because when it rains a lot, they always take in a lot of water, the plants, and then the fruits basically explode. So these ones won't last. I don't know if you can see the cracks, maybe. So maybe I will make ketchup or something today, but this is the last day we are here and it's the afternoon and the time is running out. So yeah, but we have a lot of ketchup already in our fridge and also dehydrated tomatoes, so that's nice. It's always just sad to see the season coming to an end abruptly. And that's it for now. Next time we will show you what happened when we returned after 1 week.
This looks like a complete catastrophe.
Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, or some of you might have this new hype function available, so give us that, and see you in the next video. Bye!